Yo, folks, what is happening out there? It's your boy Samuel Wilson with Sam Jr. And we are here to set the record straight. You all know the last segment that we had, we did an amazing job of trying to talk to you all about the state of where the Eagles were, telling you all that champions don't worry. But within that segment, we want to introduce a new segment that we love, and that's called Hit a Thing Is.
Hit a Thing Is.
And then Hit a Thing Is, I want to introduce my father-in-law, Preston Brown.
Hey.
A former NFL player, and I'm going to stop there. I'm going to allow him to go ahead on and talk about his stuff and his accomplishments. But I want to get my father-in-law's take on our last take on the subject of players in the NFL and what you need to continue to be champions. Pops, go ahead on.
Okay, my name is Preston Brown, like he said, and I am the proud parent of Sam and Kristen. No, I am a former NFL player. I played with the New England Patriots for 3 years, the Jets for 2 years, and the Cleveland Browns for a year.
We have a professional with us in the building, folks.
Hallelujah. There we go. And I've done all of this stuff and played for 6 years and all. Played with the USFL, Memphis Showboat.
Great league, too.
Preston Brown, number 81, the second-year man from Vanderbilt, way up in the air to take that ball away from Lawrence Johnson.
And in the pursuit, you see Chip Banks in his face. He throws it up. Watch the concentration to hold on to a wet ball here in the end zone. Now, Merle, I told you a little while ago that the extra point
had some great players in at that particular
Philadelphia
time.
Stars, for those of us who were 80s growing up, that was our squad.
There you go.
Yeah.
I played with the Memphis Showboats.
Showboats, yes, sir.
Pride.
Yes, sir.
But anyway, I just wanted to give you some kind of background on my so I can provide some context to this particular segment.
Come on, Pops.
Hit a Thing Is. Hit a Thing Is. Yeah. So that's where I'm coming from. So when we were talking about to finish what you were talking about, when we're talking about teams getting old,
yeah,
it's almost like an old school view of how things used to be.
Yes,
when
sir.
I was playing in the early 80s, that's the way they used to do, man. When I got on the team with the New England Patriots, man, they like held on to people. Held on to people for way too long. They got in good with the coach, and if the coach was good with you, they didn't change, but they should have. I saw a lot of players just be like they just kept them on the team. I'm like, why is this guy here?
Yeah.
You know, and they have to bring in a new coaching staff in order to change the thing.
Yeah.
But here the thing is.
Here the thing is, y'all.
Things have changed now. We've got better general managers now. If you want to be smart, you got to be a smart general manager.
Indeed.
And be able to do some of the things like you see what the Philadelphia Eagles. You see what the Eagles are doing right now. You see what even the Kansas City Chiefs are doing.
Yes, sir. Good
you
point.
See what
championship team.
Let me tell you. You see what the New England Patriots are doing now.
Championship team.
But sometimes you can let yourself stay at the fair too long.
Too long.
Way too long.
Come on, Pops.
And I've seen it happen. And all of a sudden, guess what? You drop off to nothing.
Unfortunately.
And it's just unfair to the fans. And they start looking like, oh my goodness, what when we lost Tom Brady?
Yeah. A terrible loss too, by the way.
Exactly. And just the way it went down was just awful.
Yeah.
It was just awful.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking to myself, here the thing is.
Here the thing is, man.
We're about to get bad real soon. I mean, I can't see how we're going to get any better.
Yeah.
And a lot of teams that would do that, and all of a sudden they got old guys, and they may be good in the locker room as far as, you know, providing rah-rah and all this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But if you don't bring, it's the same thing it is with just about anything else in life. If you don't bring somebody new in your organization and let them bring somebody new in the organization.
Talk about it, Pop.
Come on, you know your team is going to get stale in a hurry.
And we heard that in Philadelphia a couple of years ago. We heard that term stale, folks. Pops is talking about that. Go on, Pops. Yes, sir.
I didn't know, but you know you can get stale in a hurry. And why? Why do yourself like that?
Yeah.
Let me tell you, once you get in the league for a while and you start making some money.
Here we go.
I had one young dude come up to me and he said, "Oh man, you too domesticated now." I said, "What?
What does that mean, Pops?
What are you talking about?" He said, "Well, you got too much stuff now, man. You got to stay hungry." Here the thing is, you got to stay hungry And these teams, they need to stay hungry. If they don't stay hungry, my goodness, y'all going to fall off the map and be looking around talking about, what? I thought we would have stopped, man.
Talk about it.
Man, we can't beat nobody. We can't even beat off week. For goodness sake. I'm just saying, here the thing is,
man. And this is what we talked about in our last segment, folks, in regard to the Eagles continuing to maintain this championship run. And again, it's not just for Philly, but again, we explained the same thing in life. Gotta stay hungry. So what's going on? So young players, what do you feel is necessary to keep a team going forward? Just continue on the championship push. What does it take, Pops?
Okay, it takes an attitude.
First.
Okay, if the attitude is not there, you got to have this competitive spirit. You got to have this spirit of excellence.
Well, that's great point.
You got to have that because if you don't, it's going to affect your work ethic.
Well.
You know, and your work ethic is you. That's what you're representing. You're representing yourself. You're representing your team.
Talk about it.
But the main thing you want to do, you want to bring an attitude to the team that even if you didn't even say a word, they're going to speak. People are going to know what kind of guy you are.
Come on, man.
They're going to know what kind of player you are. I'm like, hey, man, I can go to battle with this guy right here.
That's called presence, folks.
Exactly. I'll never forget when I first got with the New England Patriots.
Talk about it, Pop.
And I needed to be in better shape. I needed to be in better. And after this happened, because a lot of things can happen to you that ends up being a gift instead of a curse.
Well.
I'm sitting there in the huddle, and I'm almost like blowing, man. I'm like, because see, like as a wide receiver, let me tell you run down. If they don't throw you the ball, you got to run back to the, and then you go across the field, and if they don't, they come back and get in the huddle. Man, you could be blowing man, we were getting ready to score.
Yeah.
And here I am, and I could tell all eyes must have been on me. Russ Francis, God rest his soul, but Russ Francis, a great tight end with the New England Patriots.
Excellent tight end.
He looked over at me, and you know what he said? He said, Preston? He said, you okay, man? He said, because we about to score. I looked up at him. It's almost like I had, it's almost like I had the eye of the tiger. He inspired something in me that moment, that day.
Come on.
And everything changed.
Come on, sir.
Man, I said, I'm about ready to bring it now. I'm going to bring it. And we went on and we scored that touchdown. And we were all right. We were in it to win. You got to be in it like bid it to win it. Come on, somebody.
Folks, it takes that. And again, you got to be hungry, man. You got to keep it fresh. You got to keep it rolling, and that's the formula to win it, folks. And we're about to wrap this segment up. And, oh, man, let me tell you something, man. It's such a pleasure to have my father-in-law on here with us. Man, we talk a lot of football. He shares a lot of knowledge about his league experiences. We go at it, too, about our teams,
We sure do now.
You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
About our team. But before we close out, Pops, close us out, man. Again, just go ahead on, man, and give us closing takes on, again, your feeling of where the NFL is and what, again, players and teams need to continue to keep this thing going.
One of the things that they're going to need, there's a lot of talent out there.
Yeah.
They're throwing a lot of money out there.
Say it.
And let me tell y'all something. The thing
is, man,
you can't pay everybody.
Howie Roseman, Philly, cool out.
You got to just be chill. You got to find the right player and the right way. And you know what y'all need? I'm telling y'all right now. The thing is, you need a really good general manager.
Howie.
Oh my goodness. You have to have it because, like, if you don't have that, you show me a team that's going south, and I'll show you a team that does not have a good general manager.
100%.
And they're desperate, and they're making these bad decisions. I mean, I hate to call this out, and we'll wrap it up, but
well, say it. The thing is,
how in the world does the Cleveland Browns still owe Deshaun Watson all this money?
Oh Lord!
This man, I mean, who was this man's agent? The thing is, I want to find out who the agent was.
Because he
got him paid, and now he ain't doing nothing but going to massage parlors. No, I don't know that. I don't know that for sure. I don't know that. I'm sorry. What did I say? It's a family show. It's a family show. I'm just saying the man still got paid, and he's still getting paid. And now Cleveland has just been hamstrung, and they can't even move forward because of something like that. And this is the kind of thing This is the kind of thing that you got to keep away from your team. Y'all got to make some good picks. Because guess what? You can't pay everybody.
It's impossible.
They restructured Patrick Mahomes' contract.
Yep, they had to.
Because they were way over the salary cap.
Exactly.
You got to be some kind of way savvy.
Yeah.
And, you got to have players that are willing to say, hey, look, man, I'll take a pay cut.
Say that again, Pops.
You got to have players. Here the thing is. You got to have players that are willing to take a pay cut for the sake of winning championships. Because how much more money can you make?
Thank you.
What you gonna do with it?
Thank you.
How many cars can you make?
Thank you.
How many houses can you have?
Thank you.
You gonna start buying a boat and a yacht and all that kind of stuff. That stuff ain't gonna last.
No, sir.
Anyway.
No, sir.
Just trying to keep it real. Here the thing is,
and that's what it takes to continue to keep winning, folks. My father-in-law made some crucial points. And Philly, the last point that he made was the most important point. It takes money to continue to keep a team rolling. And
Absolutely.
Folks, you ain't always going to have it, which means that you got to make it work any way you can to keep winning. So stop worrying.
Don't worry.
Get on the championship train because it's moving. And that is Here the Thing Is with myself, Sam, and my father-in-law.
Peace.
Preston
Brown.